helpline, and it's not too late. I mean, you're not...
No, not at all. And we have the helpline, we have the website, we have a number of tutorials on the website, we have lots and lots of information. So for anybody who's concerned, confused, or wants information, the resources and the assistance is there.
All right, well, let's hand over now to Miriam in the transmission centre with about a minute and a half to go, I think, Miriam.
Yeah, thanks a million, Brian. I am in this room in RT. I've never been here before. This is where I'll be switching it off. This is the mouse on which I'm going to switch off the analogue signal. I'm joined here by Mick Keogh, who's the man with responsibility for monitoring all the transmitters on every mountain in Ireland. Mick, tell me about these screens behind us.
Well, basically the screens on the left-hand side there are the 4 analogue services. These are the ones you're going to be switching off in 1 minute and 2 seconds. And then here on the right-hand side are the new digital services. There's the terrestrial StairView service, and then there's also the StairSat service, the satellite solution. And between both those services now, there's a free-to-air solution available at the rooftop of every home in the country for the first time. So,
and it's not an exaggerated mistake. You do literally monitor in here every transmitter on every mountain in this beautiful country of ours. How do you do that?
yeah, well, you can see some of the computers here in front of us, and they're obviously connected to the mountain tops via microwave radio links and via fibre optic cables and stuff like that. And then it's all fed into various software programs, and then the engineers sit here and monitor it, and they can switch sites on, off, services up, down, and power things up and down, and keep a good eye on it from here, make sure nothing is going wrong.
And we've got 20 seconds to go now, Mick. Is it a big day for all of you guys in here?
It's a big day. We've been looking at this for a number of years, so it's great that's happened, and we're now hit the
10 seconds. 9,
7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch.
And there we hit it. Years.
Wow. Well done to all of you. I hear them applauding outside in there. So well done to everyone involved. And is it an emotional day?
We're engineers, so we don't do much emotion, but we're just delighted to have the new latest and greatest available for people, because it's a much better service, you know, better quality picture, better quality audio, digital teletext, radio service on the TV, and obviously lots of room for more channels to come along. So it'll be a much improved service for the Irish viewer.
Yeah, well, for all of you watching, it's an historic day, more than 50 years of analogue, and now we're into a new, brilliant digital world. Right back to you, Brian.
Thank you indeed to Mick and to Miriam. If you're still watching us, obviously you've made the switch, but perhaps you know somebody who's having some difficulty with this, so just a reminder of the helpline and the website that you may be able to assist somebody whose television has gone dark this morning. There's the helpline number, 1890 222 012, or the website www.serveu.ie. Well, now let's go over to Studio 1 here at RT in Montrose, where Mary Kennedy is standing by with some guests this morning. Mary.
Thank you, Brian. Well, tá fáilteáibh ag baile chuig Studio Hain, áitil slua balathe na hócáid of Moorish which are Horshak ré nua a gúrsaí telefíse in Éireann. So now we have crossed the threshold from analogue to digital, and you at home are very welcome to this gathering in Studio 1 of people who've played a part in this process. And I have to say, watching Miriam doing the countdown brought me back echoes of the countdown of that very first moment of Telefís Éireann all those years ago on New Year's Eve in 1961. And my goodness, haven't we come a long way since then? I remember when I was young in the very early days being told to get up off that chair and go over and tweak those rabbit's ears left, right, centre, up, down, in and out to get some class of a picture on the screen. Well, I can tell you those days have changed, and we have fabulous service now, and more fabulous service even to come. This is a very auspicious moment, and to share his thoughts with us on this very important day as we move from analogue to digital, will you welcome please the Minister for Communications, Curramish Fáilte Riv and Ara Comersáide, Pat Rabbit TD.
Thank you very much, Mary, for that introduction, and you can tweak my ears anytime. 3 minutes ago, the analogue network that has served this country well for over 50 years was switched off for good. National analogue TV is no more in Ireland. Its replacement, ServU, heralds the dawn of the digital broadcasting era for this country. This is an historic event, a new, exciting advance for broadcasting in Ireland. Switching to digital is happening across Europe and Ireland must compete. There are many gains for the Irish economy, for citizens, for TV viewers, consumers and broadcasters. Public service broadcasting remains vital to the social, political and cultural life of the nation. And what we're doing here today ensures people will continue to have access to free-to-air television, providing a full range of services with a strong national voice on a publicly owned infrastructure. This infrastructure is future-proofed and sufficiently flexible so as to adapt as technology evolves. For TV viewers, digital television provides sharper pictures and better sound. It also provides better coverage of the Irish TV channels. 98% of the population will now get all 4 Irish TV stations without subscription for the first time. It also provides more choice to the viewer. National free-to-air broadcasting in Ireland has increased from 4 channels to 8 and also provides an enhanced Airtel service. What is happening today is part of a beneficial change that is occurring on a global scale. The switch to digital also represents a more efficient use of a valuable public resource, our telecommunications spectrum. Public spectrum is a scarce resource. With analog switch-off, important spectrum becomes available for other services. This is referred to as the digital dividend and presents real opportunities for new broadcasting and telecommunications services to our people. In particular, the freed up spectrum can be used for the development of high-speed mobile broadband services, important for rural as well as urban areas. This is also an historic day in terms of broadcasting on the island of Ireland. The analogue service in Northern Ireland was also switched off today. TG Car, RTE and Radio na Gaeltachta are now available directly in Northern Ireland, which will have 94% coverage of these Irish channels. This hugely beneficial development has its origins in the Good Friday and St. Andrew's agreements. In marking this historic and exciting event, I must acknowledge the work of Sairview, RTE and RTE networks in promoting, funding and building this new national television network. RTE has made a significant financial investment in providing a new world-class digital television network. It is an achievement of which to be proud. Great care has been taken over the past 18 months to deliver Switchover as successfully as possible. I want to thank all concerned who have worked on the project. In particular, I want to thank the many volunteers up and down the country who selflessly gave of their time in the community outreach program. They have helped tens of thousands of people who otherwise may have found it difficult to upgrade to digital TV. Undoubtedly, there are some people that have not yet made the switch, and we will continue to provide advice to those who need it. The assistance of our National Telephone Helpline and our outreach program will still be available over the coming weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, there have been many milestones in broadcasting in this country, from televising the visit of Princess Grace and Prince Rainier of Monaco in 1962, to 1971, which saw our first colour and home-produced television production, to the broadcasting of the immensely successful state visits last year. The switch to digital television is just another milestone in the evolution and development of broadcasting in Ireland. The switch to digital also presents this country with exciting new possibilities in terms of telecommunications. It is a change to be embraced and welcomed. Gormagh.
Thank you very much, Minister Rabbit, spelt with 2 T's and an E, just so there's no confusion about what I was up to as a child when I started to get above that chair. Now, we're honoured also to have with us and to share his thoughts on this auspicious occasion, a man who has worked for many, many years in the communications industry, the chairman of the RTE board, Tom Savage. Switchover.